Well, hello again. WRT rate 1060, Oakland University. All right, so this video, I'm going to talk about the discussion forum for week 3, which we are in. You guys hopefully watched the overview video this week, get a sense of what we're working on, talking about scholarship and research as conversation. And then research as inquiry. And then, of course, our readings from Grizz Writes are going to help us think about perspectives. What we bring to the research that we find, as well as why information literacy matters. And so this week's discussion is going to help us kind of talk about those things. And as I have done previously, I'll be jumping in throughout the weekend, helping us think about those conversations and looking at those a little bit more, maybe a little bit more in depth, or just throwing out different ways of kind of thinking about it. So I'm going to go into the week 3 discussion forum right now because it looks a little different than last week, but similar. So I try to keep this consistent. I hope we don't want us to get bored with it. But so you guys, I think if we get into a good schedule, especially with all online, that you kind of have those expectation every single week by Friday, post something by Sunday, respond. And we'll do that too, even with peer reviews, keep that same schedule going. All right. So first post, make sure that you have a couple paragraphs and then choose maybe one of these questions, and make sure you indicate when you add a new discussion thread or add a new discussion to our discussion board that you kind of give an indication. So if you're going to talk about entering the conversation or conversation beyond the classroom or whatever. So what ways have you entered the conversation in the previous or past writing task? So we think about that. Think about connecting maybe one of the videos that talks about scholarship as a conversation, so that I don't want these necessarily to be your opinion, but take maybe an example and then connect it to something that you read or watched this week. So again, if you think about when thinking about entering the conversation beyond the classroom, how do you see that as a positive skill? Again, draw from something that you have read. Then we get into more specific questions about our texts. If you could ask any question, what comes to mind? Answering the question, do not only enter a question, but also tell us briefly what is it about the question that interests you. And there again, talk about perspective. We'll talk about why information literacy matters. Bring in something from the text. And then here specifically on this next one, on page 49 of Grizz Writes, Elbow makes several statements. The first 3 begin with, it is possible, blah, blah, blah. And pick one of those and tell them whether you agree or disagree and tell us why. That's really kind of a fun question. And then sources as perspective question, that's about chapter 13 in Grizz Writes. And then, so once you it's like more of a free for all through the whole thing, but I do kind of direct you to the perspectives as sources. And what does that do for us? And then information literacy is very important, I think, for all of us, especially in the information age they say we're in. What is information literacy according to our text? And then you can expound more on why you think why that matters. Now, real quickly, reply to your peers. We need to at least get 2. All right. So 2 right here. Okay. I've been the first couple of weeks, been a little lax. I know everyone's kind of getting used to this and stuff like that. So beginning this week, you need to make sure that your first post is substantial, that 1 to 2 paragraphs, and that you reply to 2 of your peers, and that you are replying beyond, I agree, good job. Let's extend the conversation. Most of you out there are doing a really, really, really good job at this. But I did notice in grading the discussion post from this past weekend, we weren't maybe getting quite the number of replies that we should be getting, and the replies were very short and more along the lines of I agree and good job. So just review the rubric here. Make sure you pay attention to it closely. It's worth 20 points. You add a new topic, addressing the question above, 5, posted on time, content length 5. Did you respond to 2 peers? And are you formatting and using complete words and complete thoughts and stuff like that? So keep those things in mind. So I'll be looking more at the rubric for this discussion post this weekend. All right, guys. All right, so it's pretty, I'd say, straightforward, and these readings are really, really fun this week. So I hope you enjoy those, find them beneficial, as they will be. Everything that we talk about and discuss this week is going to come really into play next week, especially as we start doing our research. All right, enjoy the rest of your week. Y'all stay awesome and you stay safe. Bye now.